Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I've had a few questions on the channel recently. What are all those pedals on the wall and what are you doing with them? So today I'm going to take some of these pedals and build a fully functioning pedal board, and we'll see how we go. Fingers crossed. Wish me luck. Right, as luck would have it, I have a spare pedal train Novo 32. I'm going to use this as the basis for the pedal board. It should be big enough to put heaps of pedals on. We'll see how we go, I guess. I'm going to power the pedal board with two Strymon OJs. Not exactly 100% sure how you say it, but these are the only two power supplies I had on the wall. These are the only two I have that are left over and spare. So this is going to limit me to 10 pedals. So hopefully the Altoids tin won't need any power, and we'll see how we go cutting it back to 10 pedals. Right, first things first, every pedal board needs a tuner. This is a leftover Peterson Strobo Stomp that I have left over, and it's left over because it has a big crack in the screen, and I stopped taking it to gigs because the HX Stomp and the HX Effects both have really awesome tuners built into it. So, but I don't have either of those on this board, so this is going to be the first pedal, as always, as it should be, and buffered as well. With this buffer turned on, Peterson Strobo Stomp, that'll be first. Then for my drive section, I like the Horothia Teeth. It is a magnificent drive pedal. For those of you looking for something a little bit different and something that sounds really tasty with single coils and humbuckers, the Horothia Teeth is an absolute cracker, and I will be running that into this Hizumateus, or however you say it, from Earthquake Act for my fuzz. I haven't been a big fuzz guy my whole career, but now I am all about the fuzz, and this is the one I'm using at the moment, and this is the one I love. Then that's going to go in the middle, and then at the end of it, of course, will be my Ryra Clon, because you should just never leave home without a Clon. And I do run it pretty hot. I run the gain pretty hot. I run the treble back a little bit. I run the output not too high, just a little bit above unity. Never leave home without a Clon. Just always have it on your board. Right, now in terms of modulation, this is the Past Effects Chorus Ensemble. It is a part-for-part replica of the Boss C1, part for part. These are fantastic. Now, the other reason that this is going next in the chain, firstly because I love the sound of it. It's just a beautiful sounding pedal, but secondly, this is going to handle the stereo splitting for me. So this is where, after my tuner and my drive section, this is where my signal is going to get split into stereo and travel on through all the rest of my time-based and fun effects. Because I like to have fun with my boards, and I like to have fun when I'm playing and mucking around, after I signal split through the Past Effects Chorus Ensemble, I'm putting this on, and I'm putting this on because it's just so much fun and it makes everything sound so magical. You just can't not have it on your board. You gotta have one on your board. If you like mucking around, even if you're just using it just for simple delay and reverb, it is just magical. So the hologram microcosm, on the board she goes. Right, after the microcosm, I am going straight into this. This is the Boss RE202 Space Echo pedal. It is, at the moment, one of my favorite delay pedals. I've actually got a 202 in the background. It might be behind my head there. Yeah, there it is. I've got the actual Space Echo unit, but this thing is wonderful. It's also got MIDI capabilities in it as well if I decide to put a switcher on later. So this is going to do the bulk of my delay sounds, and I'm not exactly sure where it's going to stay in the chain, but at the moment it's going after the hologram microcosm, so we'll see where that sits. Then after that, I'm going into this. I think every board needs to have a looper on it. It's really important to have a looper on your board just for practicing, playing around with, and having a bit of fun. This also makes some drum noises if you want to practice your rhythm, like if you're going to play along with a metronome. Practice staying in time. Really important to have on your board any sort of looper. It's great fun. Right, second last in the chain, you guessed it. This is the infamous Strymon Big Sky. This is pretty much my favorite reverb. It's a really beautiful sounding pedal. It's got some dog slobber on it. This is just a beautiful, lush sounding reverb pedal, and I don't know why it's hanging on the wall. I guess it's because in the live settings I'm using the HX effects and the HX stomp, so I don't really need any more reverb. But seriously though, if you're mucking around going into real amps and that sort of stuff, this is definitely the reverb pedal for you. If you can afford it, it's still pretty pricey, but absolutely worth it because it's pretty much 11 reverb pedals in one. So you're actually getting them for about 50 bucks each, which I've paid more than that for a reverb algorithm on my computer. So anyway, Big Sky, that's second last on the chain. Very last, and this is always the most important pedal for me. This is the Gfi Systems Cab Zeus. Now, the most important thing about this is with the preamp pedal from the Horathia Teeth preamp pedal and the Roira Klon, you can actually run direct out of this into your PA. It's like a speaker cab. But most importantly for me, on the front here, it has your inputs where you come into the pedal. Then it has some throughs. So you can come out of those throughs straight direct into stereo guitar amps. And then you've still got your speaker cab emulated outputs on the back in full stereo as well. So it gives you two sets of stereo outs, one with cab sim and one without, and that adds incredible amount of flexibility to your rig. Yeah, GFI, Cab Zeus. Oh my God, it's the best sounding pedal. Now this also has the ability to do some really tasty reverb. I'm pretty sure the reverbs come from their Specular Tempest setup. I will be running this without any reverb at all though, just for the record. So that's it, that's gonna be my 10 pedals, plus probably an Altoids tin, yeah, and some sort of patch bay, but I'm gonna work out how to make everything fit now. Rightio, for all you kids playing along at home, here is a professional pedal board tip for you. If you just wanna do a basic layout without things sticking and being a pain in the bum, just turn your pedal board upside down and it gives you lots and lots of it gives you the ability to lay your pedals around and move them around without them all being a pain in the bum. So I think I'm going to go tuner, Horathia Teeth, Earthquaker Fuzz, Roira Klon, and then I need to get stereo-y. Right, then I'm going stereo into the chorus ensemble, out of the chorus ensemble, into the hologram microcosm. Then I'm going to come out of that microcosm into the Roland, into the looper, into the Big Sky, out to the Cab Zeus. Now, the beauty of the Boss loop station is that it also has stereo in and stereo out, so it can be part of my stereo chain. So I'm pretty sure that is how I'm going to roll. Up against the back wall of my studio here, this is where I keep all my boxes. This is where I keep all my synths, and up here is some great big tubs full of assorted patch leads and patch cables. So now I've got to go through all of those and sort it out and try and find all the cables I need, which will be fun. Not. Right, I'm out in the trusty old shed now, where it's nice and noisy, of course. There's lots of traffic and stuff going on. I'm just going to start laying these pedals out. Can't forget the Altoids tin. Right, now this is just a little patch bay for microphones when I'm using my harmonizer on my gig boards, and just little TS connections as well. So this is going to let me get these throughs from the Cab Zeus easy access on the board, so that'll be pretty cool. So I can have my two Cab Zeus outputs here with my cab sim on it, left and right, and I can have my through without cab sim on it coming out the side. Beautiful. Now, I was going to put all the powering underneath, but since I've got this whole extra bar up here, I think I might just leave the Altoids tin there for fun, for the pedalboard doomers, and just mount these ones on top here. They've all got Velcro on the bottom of them already, so it'll certainly make life easier to move things around and play around with, since this is really just going to be a studio board and a bedroom board and a muck around board. I don't imagine I'll knock any of the these cables around or anything like that, so I'll see how we go, and I might change it up later. Alright, it's time to start cabling this bad boy up. Just an interesting little side note here. The hologram Infinite Jets only has a TRS input for stereo. So I need to have one of these TRS to dual TS Y cables so I can get full stereo from the Past Effects Chorus Ensemble into the hologram Infinite Jets. It will work a treat. That is all the audio cabling done. It's a little bit messy in there, but that's okay. So I haven't cable tied anything up yet because, you know, I haven't tested anything out yet, and I found this big heap of right angle to right angle DC cables, so now I'm going to do the DC cabling. So let's push on. Alrighty, here's the moment of truth. Let's fire this bad boy up and see what's happening. Oh, 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 oh. Yes, 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 and yes. Great success. Right, now it's the next day, and that is awesome because I had lots of work to do with my 9-to-5 job. So, alright, so let me explain this to you really quickly. I've got it set up in full proper stereo, split off here at the Past Effects Chorus Ensemble. So, this is my dry channel. So, this is my completely clean sound. So, in your left ear, you're going to hear the Katana. In the right ear, you're going to hear the Marshall Astoria. And then this is through the Cab Zeus with the cab sim on. Alright, so I'm just going to put the Big Sky on first. Just because I like it. Well, I guess I better tune up. I'm sure editing me is going to fly through that and speed that up. Or cut it out completely. Right, first in the chain, I have the Horothia teeth. there's hard and soft clipping in this. Where am I? Soft clipping. Alright, and this is through the cab. Oh, that was the amps. This is the Cab Zeus. There we have my fuzz. This is the amp. This is the Cab Zeus. And I have the Ryra through the amps. And this is through the Cab Zeus. Right, I'm going to leave the Ryra on. Now, this is where the magic really starts. So this is where the chorus ensemble starts splitting everything into stereo. This is the 2 amps. This is the Cab Zeus. Now the hardest part was actually working out, I couldn't get the stereo from the Past Effects chorus ensemble into the microcosm, and I had to actually enter into a whole separate mode and make sure this was on stereo input, because it wasn't, but now it is. So I've got a nice panning sort of delay going in here at the moment. So the microcosm also has this incredibly beautiful reverb as well. It's pretty glorious. Then, of course, we have the Boss RE202. Now I've got I've got the echoes going, but I don't have any reverb going on that. That's still all being done by the Big Sky. Then, just for fun, I've got my looper. Which is doing lots of cool stuff. Makes it nice and easy to, you know, practice along with, which is fun. Then I've got my Big Sky, of course, and then the Cab Zeus, which we've already been through. So, really quickly. Here is the Horothia teeth with the Cab Zeus on, its speaker emulation on. Now here it is without it. Here it is with it. And you can hear what an amazing job the Cab Zeus does. So the Cab Zeus lets me get its stereo in and stereo out to the door, and then it also lets me have two bypass like through signals, which I've got out the side here going to the Boss Katana and the Marshall Astoria. Now, I really should just say again, when I say these are leftover pedals, these are pedals that I've had on my boards on and off for years. On and off, on and off, on and off. My bedroom board and stuff, just playing around with them all the time. But they have ended up just sitting on the wall, so it's been really good fun to actually, make a really diverse board that I can get just any sound I want out of it. So I can get thousands of different sounds and tones out of this board, and have some good practice time as well with the loop station, and some good mucking around time with the microcosm, all in glorious stereo thanks to the Past Effects Chorus Ensemble. So I guess all I wanted to see was, with all these bits that are just hanging around doing nothing, even the two power supplies are just hanging on the wall doing nothing, can I build a board and have some really good fun with it, instead of just buying new gear all the time, I guess is the point I'm trying to get across. Instead of just buying new gear all the time and just spending thousands of dollars on new stuff, you know what, I've got some really amazing pedals here that, I haven't even been touching and playing around with. So I hope this has sort of inspired you. If you've got heaps of old gear sitting around that you're not using, I hope this inspires you to, try something different, put them in different orders, try stereo, try mono, try all kinds of different fun things. And anyway, I hope you had some fun watching this video. I know I had a mountain of fun, except for having to bloody work out that the microcosm input wasn't on stereo mode, it was in mono mode. That was a pain in the bum. But besides that, I've had a really good time, and I hope you had fun coming along and checking out the video too. I hope you had a good time. So if you've got this far, thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up and a like, and a subscribe if you haven't already. I think only about 3% of people that watch the channel are actually subscribers. And it actually helps the channel out a lot. So if you've got this far, thanks heaps, and I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Bye.